When your husband is so self-centered, he lets you get attacked by flies while he stands there talking about himself. Hello and welcome. We are True Crime and Wine Couple, and normally we do things true crime around here, but Pete has generously agreed to indulge my fantasy of talking about one of my favorite guilty pleasures, Sister Wives. So come and join us while I recap the Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 1. And we show you some clips and we talk about it. He was just thrilled about that. He's such a Cody fan. Okay, so the show starts off with a note that lets us know that they're filming in late 2022, which
it's so weird.
It's ridiculous because we all know from social media what's going on with these people. But then we have to go back in time. It's kind of like they should call it Back to the Sister Wives Future. Because then you go back and you watch it and you already kind of know what happened. So that's weird. But anyway, they also post that Garrison had passed on March 15th of 2024 and that he will be loved and missed. And it's just a terrible tragedy. There was a lot of back and forth on whether or not they should film. I think it's up to Janelle. She's his mother. You know, she wanted to tell the story. She wanted to film. She wanted to share with people to probably help them, I'm thinking. So, you know, if that's her son, and that, to me, is her decision. Right. What do you think about that? You think it should have been her decision to film or not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's up to her.
Then, after that, it starts with old clips, including the infamous, I want to sit on a porch with my sister wives, from Sob and Robin. So, you know, we get that, because you have to flash back to that. That's like one of the greatest moments of the whole show. And then they show the new intro, which is very fancy and stylized, isn't it? Mary looks amazing. I know I shouldn't comment on people's bodies when I have my own struggles with weight loss, but she seems to have lost a ton of weight. And Cody's image, was that too funny? Like the way they doctored it up, like it was just funny. So
yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's weird how they positioned them too. Yes, because normally Robin's next to Cody, but they positioned her away. It's just weird. But anyway, that was the beginning, and I have to say, you know, Mary looks amazing.
Whoever was filming, how they didn't just like burst out laughing at him.
There's some parts where I burst out laughing watching, so we'll talk about that later. So after that, they flash forward to figuring out what's going to go on with Coyote Pass. Now, Coyote Pass is the property that the five of them had bought together, and they were going to build a house for all of them on there. That was Cody's big dream. They would all live in one house, where Cody has his own section that nobody could get to. Yeah, that was his big dream. So anyway, Christine said, no way, I am not living in one house together. And Janelle said she would. Cody was all about it. And Robin, surprisingly, was not agreeing with Cody on that. So
I thought they were all going to build their own houses.
They were all going to build their own houses, but Cody wanted one on Coyote Pass. Yeah, so they didn't agree to that. So then they were going to have their own houses.
And have, like, him out in the shed somewhere.
Well, actually, he was going to build an apartment atop his and Robin's house that Mary could live in. He was so generous. Yeah. So anyway, I think they're going to sell Coyote Pass. And Coyote Pass was such a bunch of bullcrap anyway. They're mostly vacation homes in there. They kept talking about this pond and fighting over who was going to have the pond. Well, the pond is like filled with toxic prairie dog poop and stuff like that. So it was so weird, like how they talked about this pond and this property, and Cody wanted everybody was going to share the pond. Okay, just give everybody some kind of dysentery or something from that water. You know what I mean?
And apparently, I'm assuming Cody arranged all this and purchased the property, because apparently the mortgage on it is just a stupid ass mortgage. Where apparently there's like a balloon payment coming up real soon that they can't make,
and they can't build until they pay it. They can't build until they pay it off.
So they have this huge balloon payment. They can't make the payment. They're going to lose the land.
And even Robin said it was stupid. Even Robin knows that that's stupid to do that. So anyway, that was Coyote Pass. And Mary then tells us, which I found very interesting. I didn't know this, but she said that Cody had deceived her into moving to Flagstaff by saying it would be a new beginning for them. And anybody who watches, he was done with her a long time ago. Like, Flagstaff was not going to be a new beginning. I mean, he basically told her she repulsed him and he never loved her and all that crap, because Cody loves to tell everybody he didn't love them. So then they covered that. Robin is in major denial, or performing for the show like she's in major denial. She says she can still see the houses. And she thinks Mary and Janelle are going to live on Coyote Pass. No, they're done. Mary and Janelle are... Yeah. Exactly. And then Cody says, which is quite funny, that ship has sailed.
Yes.
So at least, Cody knows what's up. He knows that nobody wants to be with him anymore. What did you think of that?
I mean, at least but he knows nobody wants to be with him anymore, but it's not because of him. It's not his fault
No.
He did everything right, and he did everything he could to hold that family together and be the man. And
in one of the previews, he goes as far as to say, "It's your fault if I don't love you."
Yeah. Where do you sign up for that job? Where you're just not responsible for anything. It's like you could put everything is everybody else's problem or their problem to solve, or if there's an issue, it's not my fault, it's their fault. That's a good deal.
I don't think it's a job. I think it's a personality disorder that Cody might have, known as narcissism. And I know we throw that around a lot, but after 19 seasons, you kind of can tell. That's my opinion. I am not diagnosing Cody, but half the internet has, so why can't I, right? So then Christine comes out and says she's dating again. Well, no shit, Sherlock. We all know she's married. We've all seen the wedding special. And then Christine's going on and on about how great it is to be single. Okay, well, you're married, honey. And so
this whole thing is so stupid the way that it's like 2 years behind. I just don't understand the concept.
And I think most reality shows are just on a 6 month to 1 year.
Yeah, most of them are a lot more condensed because they don't want the stories to get out. They want everything to be a surprise.
Exactly.
And, like even the contestants and everybody that are on these, like they have to sign non-disclosure agreements so they don't...
Well, and that's another thing. Now that the kids are adults, I think if they don't appear in the show, they don't have to sign a non-disclosure. So they're out on the internet talking about everything, too.
If they're not getting paid, they have no obligation to anybody.
Right. And they never did get paid.
Well, no, Cody got paid.
Well, they're moving toward that, though. They're moving toward laws to have child actors, or like if your family's on social media, to get paid. They're moving toward that. Then it goes on, and Robin says she committed to the family 100%. And I can't even say that with a straight face. And I laughed out loud, and as I was watching it in my classroom, when I was having my lunch, the other teacher came and was wondering why I was like I'm actually cracking up in my classroom, eating my salad, watching this, She's not committed to the family. She wanted Cody. Like they said in the beginning intro, if you know, you know. Christine said, I wanted a family. I didn't just want a man. And Robin wanted the man. And she got the man, and now she doesn't want the man. So go figure. But anyway, be careful what you wish for, right?
Exactly.
And Robin says she cannot bring herself to sell Coyote Pass. She just can't.
She's very dramatic.
She wants to sit on the porch with the sister wives.
Well, then she better have really long-range binoculars so she could see them in all the different states.
Well, and Mary's friend said it later on in the show. He's got Coyote Pass. Find 3 more and just throw them on Coyote Pass. Get another 3 wives and throw them on there.
Yeah, but he's going to lose it by the time he finds another 3 wives, because the wives that left him are the ones that were making the money. And
okay, well, let's just put it this way: if Wade Wilson can get girlfriends, Cody's good to go.
I don't know about that. I think Wade Wilson has way more game than Cody does.
Yeah, but Cody has a show and he's not on death row, so he's got that going for him.
I don't know. If Cody was in jail, do you think his commissary would be full? I doubt it.
Yeah, because his kids don't even talk to him anymore, right? All right, so then they flash, and Janelle says she's over it. So we all know Janelle's over it, but this is supposed to be the official announcement that, Janelle's done and her kids are the reason. And Cody was a complete ass to her kids. I'm sorry, pardon my French. He was a jerk to her sons. During COVID, he wanted her to kick her sons out of the apartment so that he could go visit her and her daughter. And then he only cares about the kids until they graduate from high school. Because her daughter was still in high school at the time, and he didn't see her, call her for Christmas or her birthday or anything.
Well, I remember over COVID, I think that's probably when I got my first introduction to Sister Wives, because we were just here.
Right, right, yeah.
And I just remember how ridiculous he was with that whole thing. I mean, he was out of control.
I think because he lost control in the situation and it led him to narcissistic collapse.
And he was bad, right?
He lost, well, yeah, and that's the ultimate thing to Cody, something he can't control. You know what I mean? And then he said he got COVID and it was a near-death experience, and he's at the, Robin went to the hospital and they sent her right home. You know, and then he's downstairs coughing and hacking. And Janelle got it first, and Janelle she's very overweight. I mean, she was probably at risk, you know what I mean? And she's around his age. I think she's like 54. He's 55. So like, yeah, and you swear he was dying. Well, I think he coughed like twice in the episode. But anyway, that's a whole other story, so. Right. Now we get to see angry Mary. Okay, Mary has always been very measured. She's kind of been bitchy, but measured.
She seems very bitchy.
She seems bitchy?
Yeah.
Well, and we had talked about this last night. Okay, so Mary marries him, and with not even a year later, Janelle, who's married to her brother, whose mother was married to Cody's father, is in this little clapboard trailer next door doing the horizontal hula, and she's got to listen. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Can you imagine a 19-year-old not polygamous girl? If that went down, you'd be dead. Yeah. She'd be coming over to your room and killing you in your sleep, you know, or whatever, while doing whatever you're doing. So this poor woman has been like, because she was the first one.
Right.
So, you know, and she was only able to have one child. And everybody shamed her for that. Because in this religion, you know, you're good for popping out babies, servicing a man, and cooking and cleaning. You know what I mean? That's what you're good for. So.
And in Cody's case, bringing in all the money.
Right, because you got to bring the money for Cody, right? So Mary goes off, and she says, "Go love Robin. Just be honest with me. I don't care if you bleep that out," because she goes, "Just be effing honest with me." Because these people, like, were extremely religious. I mean, they wore long sleeve shirts under their spaghetti strap tops in the beginning. They talked about modesty. They couldn't get their ears pierced.
Now,
they don't drink.
Did they do that because of the show? And like the producers or whoever was putting the show together was like, we want to really give a real idea of what this religion is about. So, you know, or were they actually like
I think the religion just is what it is. I mean, I think this is, and they were very, it was a very fundamentalist religion. I mean, and it's not the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's the AUB, which is the Apostolic United Brethren, which is like a sect of that church. So, right. Yes, I think, I really do think they did. Because there was a lot of talking about what the girls wore with the modesty and all that. And there was a lot of that kind of stuff going on. You know what I mean? So, and like Cody told the girls, if they kiss guys, they switch hormones in their mouth and stuff. And yeah, so it was one of those, it was one of those wacky things. So anyway. We should go back and watch every episode. Let us know. If you want Pete Draggle to go back and watch every single episode, we will, and we'll recap it for you. Okay. Then they move to McKelty's party, which is a gambling party. And that is when all the awkwardness begins. So let's take a look.
I noticed that Cody and Robin were at one table and I was at another. I'm not going to necessarily say hi.
Oh, nasty. Oh.
How's it going? How is everything? That would be disingenuous. And that would mean I was going to be friends and friendly. And I'm not.
Almost manic, you know, with this broken heart and my happy facade, going into this party, excited about Tony and McKelty and the babies, while my heart is breaking.
Oh.
So I don't blame Christine. I mean, she was pregnant. She was ready to give birth when Cody was off running around with Robin and sealing their engagement with a kiss. Because in that religion, you don't do that, because that is a married man that is courting you. So you should not be engaging in anything with him. And that really flipped Christine out. Because, here she is pregnant AF, ready to drop this baby, and, he's off running around with some other chick, you know what I mean? And we also then once again get to see the famous knife in the kidneys scene, which you have seen, have you?
Yes.
Yes, that Cody will forever go down in history with the knife in the kidney. Really, Cody, like, you're no Julius Caesar, dude, so. And when he did that scene, it was funny too, because you could tell he was like moving around for the camera. Like, he's like this, and then he's like this, and then he like flips around and is like, it's like a knife in the kidney. It was all about the camera, so. Yeah, Cody loves his dramatics.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, and it was very, very awkward. The whole party was super awkward, right? During the party, while it's all awkward, Cody just keeps seeking attention.
And everybody, you could see, like, if you look like in the background of the camera, like everybody's just like giving him dirty looks and talking about him.
And Robin looked very uncomfortable. And we're going to take a look at another clip.
I mean, seeing Cody and Robin at the party, I realized all of a sudden that this was more awkward for them. They're outsiders here, not me.
I just don't want to talk to her. I don't want to see her. She doesn't want to see me, I'm sure, either.
I don't blame Christine. She's right. I mean, this is her family now. This is her space. And they're coming into her space, so.
She seemed awful giddy about it, didn't she?
Yeah, she's gotten a lot of hate on social media, I noticed today. They're saying she's kind of petty, but you know what? When you put up with that crap your whole life, and then you're free, you are going to be petty, and you are going to be happy and giddy, and, you're like a prisoner for all those years she was with him. And then it goes on when Robin says that Cody is so angry and so hurt, and he feels so abandoned, and she thinks that he thinks she will abandon him too.
Probably will.
All right, hello, Robin. Like, you're so up his butt. He's so crazy about you. I think it's them playing for the show. I think things at this point are still okay between the two of them, in my opinion. Yeah. Now, who knows what the heck's going on now? Because now they're selling their house, and they say they're going to buy a bigger house, But I don't know. I just think Robin's like, he knows you're not going to abandon him. You're so stuck up his butt. You know what I mean? You totally isolated him from his other wives and his other children.
Well, she got exactly what she wanted.
Yeah, she wanted to be monogamous, and she got it, and now she doesn't want to be monogamous. Yeah, it's crazy. So. And then Cody goes into his dramatics about how he can't love himself, or he can't ask God for help because, he's lost his religion. Well, it's your freaking fault, Cody. All you had to do was not treat these other 3 women like dirt and your kids like dirt, and you could have had your 4 wives and you could have gone into your celestial kingdom. But you only loved Robin, and Robin was only loyal to you, and she was your diesel jeans bottle, and blah, 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 blah. So you know what, Cody? And then they pan to this is just a funny thing. They pan to Robin and Cody. Did you see he's got like his arm around her and he's looking all like like we're like nobody wants us to be together. And he's got that stupid lollipop or whatever that thing is, and he's like hanging on. He's like a student, like my freshman boys in high school have more sophistication than him. You know what I mean? I control So then they flash over to Janelle, and she said she doesn't see him anymore and she doesn't miss him. You go, girl, because you are probably so freaking relieved to get rid of him. And Janelle, you saw that fight between the two of them, right? Yeah. She told him what was up, And then we find out that Christine still considers, Janelle her sister wife, as she should. They raised all those kids together. They're still friends,
Right.
And then Cody finds out that Janelle helped move Isabel. And he is like not happy about that. Like he's, because he's basically like, then he goes on the rant, I've been kicked out of my own family, blah, blah, blah.
He has FOMO.
Yes. Well, see, he thinks, and we had this conversation before, he thinks that it is the wife's responsibility to facilitate his relationship as an adult male who's in charge of everything in this freaking patriarchy with his own adult children. How is that their responsibility? Like, you can't talk up your 30-year-old son. You know, some of these kids are 30 years old. Like, Janelle's not going to talk, her oldest kid, son, Logan, oh, your dad's so great, have a relationship with your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
The 30-year-old's going to be like, he's an ass, Mom. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that when they're adults, but Cody thinks you can.
At what point do you think his kids started realizing he was an ass? When they were like 5, 6?
No, I think, no, they were until Robin came into the family, they were very close knit.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was really all when, if you go back and watch the shows, it was all when Robin came. You could start to see the separation then. And really, the others really tried. Like, Christine really tried. And Robin, see, one of the big bones of contention was Robin had a nanny. Christine raised all the kids. That was what she did. And she didn't want Christine raising her kids. And I think that's when the big rip started. Okay. So then Mary goes to Vegas. She visits her friends. And this is great. She says, he's going to be angry for what I put out there, and I don't give a flying rat's ass what he thinks. And I was like, you go, girl. You're finally putting it out there, you know? And this is funny because now she's saying flying rat's ass. She's saying the F word. You know, and then they drink too. There's a lot of like drinking and doing shots, which they never drank before. Like, they didn't even drink coffee in their
So this is what Cody does to you.
They did well.
Drive you to drink and swear.
And the rumors on the internet say he now drinks too. But anyway, so then they move on. Everybody gets together at Christine's. Then they go into the Maddie and Cody situation. Maddie is Janelle's daughter. She was like the golden child in this family. Everything was about Maddie. He loved her. They were so close. And now she doesn't even talk to him. And she basically, Janelle says she doesn't contact Cody. She wants, if he's going to be in her life, she wants a consistent presence in her life. And Cody will not say why they don't talk.
No, he won't talk about it.
No. And Robin, again, has no clue why Maddie doesn't talk to her father. Well, we can kind of guess why, Robin, you know. Yeah, and then she's like, you know, Cody is so hurt and angry, and you know, the kids should reciprocate. So basically, you know, Cody has reached out to these kids, and they should reciprocate a relationship with him. No.
Well, he screwed
He's the adult, and they're the kids.
A lot of this was screwed up over COVID, right? Like, he ostracized a lot of those kids over COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was just like demanding the stuff he was demanding. They were just like, well, screw you, dude.
Right. Yep. Okay, then Janelle announces she might go to Montana with Maddie. And let's watch the clip.
No, that's the secret. And what's more, Janelle's talking about possibly moving with them.
Flagstaff no longer feels permanent. And if I had another option, I would probably take it.
And, you know, Christine's happy for Janelle. And she's happy for Mary. She's expressed her happiness for both of them. So she just hasn't expressed her that she wants Robin to be happy. But she wants them to be happy. So then they move on. Mary's in Vegas with her friend again. And she tells her friend she went out with Cody for their anniversary. And they talked. And Cody said he never loved her. And then they show an old clip of Mary and Cody's wedding. And he basically said, you know, she's bad-mouthing him and makes no comment. And Mary says she feels sorry for Cody, you know, and she and Cody started that family together when Robin was a child, and weird Megan's Law website vibes, right? But there is a great clip of that one, so watch the clip.
I honestly feel sad for him if that's what he's having to tell himself to justify that he and I started this family. Like, why? Because Robin was only 10 at the time?
Fine, she can say whatever she wants. I'm not going to comment on it.
So that was a little strange, but I mean, Mary has a point. She was with Cody for a very long time, and the family did start. I think her point was this family was doing just fine until you came along.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I got out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just the how old Robin was just a reference to the time they'd been together. But
I think the
creepy,
reference
right?
was like when we got married, Robin was 10.
Right. Like,
And
so
now
we
here
were
we are.
adults starting a family, and she
And
was
she
just a
was-
child. Yeah,
yeah.
so it was a little weird and creepy, but I mean, time-wise, the maths.
Right, yeah,
right,
exactly. Yeah.
And then Mary's friend asks her what's next, and she says she doesn't know, but she does say she's going to sell her house in Flagstaff and move to her B&B.
Yes.
Yeah, she says that, so she's out of Flagstaff. And then Mary says Cody isn't the man she knows, and Cody says polygamy wasn't fair to women. And then Cody, of course, says it's not fair to him. Because he had to endure all these horrible years with these women that he didn't love, and, blah, 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 blah. And then they flash back to the OG promo, which Cody says love should be multiplied, not divided, which cracks me up because the whole thing turned out that Cody divided it.
Yeah, of course.
It was prophetic.
I can't with him.
And Mary says he's full of it.
He is full
and
of
she's
it.
right.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you're not going to be a 19-year-old boy and marry some, you know what I mean? Marry some woman. Maybe if he was a 40-year-old dude who had like a bunch of kids and needed a mom for them or something.
Right.
But at 19, you're going to be in love, right? I mean, I would think.
You would think.
Christine says Cody will screw them over on the land, and no one knows what Janelle is doing, basically.
Well, didn't Christine say, I'm out, so she sold her house, and she just took the money,
right,
and just gave them her portion of Coyote Pass.
Yep. And
So
that was a
basically-
smart thing to do.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, do we know what happened with that at this point? Like, do they still own
They
it?
haven't sold it yet, I don't
They
think.
haven't.
No, they
Okay.
haven't sold it, no. And then Mary says she wonders what to do with all the memories. Says she needs to grieve some more, and she's not quite ready to move on for Christmas and send out a Christmas card and stuff like that. So, because it's Christmas, because it's back that freaking far. And Christine, says she wants everyone to love their lives. And Mary and her friend agree that Cody will have regrets one day.
No, he won't.
You don't think?
No. I don't think he's capable of regrets. He's capable of blaming everybody.
What if Robin leaves him? If Robin leaves him
Then
and
she
his
did
kids
some-
don't talk to him,
Then she did something to poison the relationship, and she did
that's
something.
true, yeah.
It's not going to be his fault. He's not going to. You can't regret if you don't have. You can't feel regret if you don't feel you did anything wrong.
Right. Yes.
He's not going to.
Right, and he has he's not able to self-reflect.
No.
He has no self-awareness.
No, none at all.
And then they gave us the preview, which is Christine met David. Wow, like we saw the wedding. Janelle and Cody are over. No, you're kidding. Janelle's going to lawyer up over Coyote Pass because Cody's dragging his feet. Now that would be interesting because we haven't seen that happen yet. And then Robin says she's the idiot who got left behind. I think you set it up that way, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody goes on to say that marrying the wrong person sucks. And Mary says lying about being in love with somebody sucks.
I'm sure those three women would absolutely agree with him.
And then we get to meet David, who we've already met in the wedding special, and we've seen we've seen on talkbacks and all that kind of stuff. So we meet David for the first time. So, and it's funny, she went total opposite of Cody with him, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She said she wanted tattoos and a beard and.
She got it.
And bald. She wanted the complete exact opposite. Well, I mean, who wants to spend that time with a dude doing his hair? Like if it takes you longer to do your hair than it takes me, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I mean, and that hair. What's up with that visor? And he's got those two big, buzz it, shave it. Yeah. Well, and Robin said she helps him coax the curls and stuff.
I will embarrassingly admit that I had that hairdo when I was in high school.
Right.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's just trying to hold on. I think he has a big problem aging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They say the aging narcissist is not fun. So that is our review of Sister Wives. Please like, subscribe, We will keep these in a separate playlist. We'll post them on our channel, right? But we'll
Right.
keep a separate playlist. If you want to see more reality TV content, leave us a message, leave us a comment. Pete would love to watch more reality TV.
Yes, please.
He's all of that. He would love to do Married at First Sight and 90 Day Fiancé, 2 shows that I haven't watched in a long time, but I could go back and watch.
So, and this is going to be what? Cider House Reality.
Yes, this is our Cider House reality series. We have a different background than we normally do for our True Crime and Wine.
And we're going to be
drinking some
doing cider. Yeah, so this is hard cider from Hardball Cider. This is our favorite cider place around. So we'll probably be sticking with these guys mostly.
In Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania. This is our growler we got.
The lovely town of Mount Bethel.
the booming metropolis of Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania. This is their regular cider, and they have all kinds of different flavors, which you'll find out as you follow us at Sister Wives, right?
Absolutely.
We have to go buy more cider.
Yeah, we do, yes.
So we're going to go buy some cider.
There you go.
And we'll catch you on the flip side for the next week of Sister Wives for the review. Take care.